So today's topic is the importance and the significance of temples. Why we should go to a temple? Most of the time when our grandparents ask us to come to the temple, or when our mummy and daddy parents want to take us to the temple, we say, Mummy, you go and come. Daddy, you go and come. You people go and come. I don't want to come. What is there for me? I don't want to come. I'll stay at home. You go and come. Right? Most of us say that. But what is the importance? Why we also should go? So there is a reason for that. Now all of you have handled mobile, right? All of you are in online classes. Just few, let's say, months back, because of the lockdown, we were all on the mobile. Now to handle or to use the mobile or even a computer, what should we do? First we have to charge it, right? Electricity is there everywhere. Electricity is there in the whole house. But can I just keep the mobile over here or the computer over here and charge it? I can't do that. What should I do? I must plug in, right? I must go to a place where there is a socket and the plug must be fitted to it, and then only electricity will flow inside, and then the mobile will get charged or the computer will get charged. Similarly, all over here, everywhere God is there. That's what we have been all told, right? God is everywhere. God is all pervading. He is everywhere there. Positive, good energy which is there in the universe, cosmos, it is there everywhere. If it is there everywhere, why should I go to the temple? I can be at home, no? And then get all the positive energy for myself. Why should I go to a temple? Temple is like a charging center. Now we have understood, right? Just as we have to charge, if we want to charge an electrical gadget, we have to plug in over there. Otherwise it won't get charged. Similarly, for all of us to get charged with the positive energy, with the good energy, why? We are going around from morning when we get up till we go off to sleep. So many things are happening in the house, outside the house, in the school. Good things we see, not good things we see, good things we hear, not so good things also we hear, right? So much of negativity will go into us, right? We want to take that all out of our mind. How to take out all the negative? We have to bring in the positive. Where will we get that best? We will get it in the temples. Therefore, temple going was very, very important for all of us. Now, I am taking the most ancient, famous pilgrim center. Oh, only there we should go. Should we go only to Rameshwaram and to Madurai and to Kashi and to Udupi? What about the small little temples that are there near our house? There also we will get good energy because God is there, no? They've installed God there. That means positive energy is there around in the temple. So here also we will get, but they are more famous. Why? Our rishis who have made these, given to us these great pilgrim center. For example, Puri Jagannath. Have you heard of that? Dwaraka, Somanath. Right? Ujjain, Mahakala temple, Kashi Vishwanatha temple, Mathura, what else? Rameshwaram, Madurai, Kanyakumari, Udupi over here, Dharmasthala over here. So many temples are there. Tirupati, Bhadrachal. All those places, they all are very, very high energy places. Lot of magnetic. Have you heard the word magnetism? You have seen a magnet? What does the magnet do? It attracts. It attracts. So earth is a big magnet. So though it is a big magnet, on the earth there are some places where magnetic energy is very, very, very large. Lots of energy you will get. So when that place is a big magnet, or the place has got lot of strong magnetism, it will draw energy from the cosmos and it will keep it over there. So when we go to such places, what will happen? We can pick up that energy and come back. Not only those places will take in energy and keep it over there, but when we all go there, it will give it to us also. That is why these places are all very, 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 very famous. Why? Lot of energy is there in all these pilgrimage centers. And also when you see over there, the area is large. I don't know whether you have gone to Madurai or Srirangam temple. If we go there, we can get lost. Children will get lost. If they say, I'll go run around there and come, you can get lost over there. So large, vast area. Why is it so vast? Because our rishis wanted us to spend more time over there. So we'll keep walking, isn't it, in the temple to reach we have to see God inside, right? In the Garbhagriha, sanctum is there. So to reach him and to have darshan, we have to walk so much inside. So when we walk, where are we? We are in a very nice energy field. We are in a very nice positive energy field. And also they say sit down there for some time. Why should we sit? What we do is, we sit down over there, count 1, 2, 3, 4 and get up. That's not that. We must sit there for long time so that we take the energy which is there all round, and then only we should come back. In some places they say at least spend one night in Sringeri, spend one night in Tirupati, spend one night in Rameshwaram or in Kashi, because even the city also is so powerful when in terms of energy. The temple is even more powerful. And all these, I am talking about the ancient temple, the famous pilgrim center. Always the temple will be in the center and the whole city will be around it. So the city will be called as a temple city. So temple will always be the center. Center means most important. And then around it the city was built. Even now we have North Street, North Temple Street, South Temple Street, East Temple Street, means temple is there. On the east side, that road is called as East Temple Street. See, like even the streets were named like that. All the shops will be around it, houses will be around it. A large area I have already told you, and big compound wall will be there. Temple compound wall will be there. All around road will be there. Huge. And also some temples have 4 entrances: north, south, east and west. Why? We can get in from any side. See, so easy, no? If we are on that side, we get in through that entrance. If we are on this side, we get in through this entrance. Any entrance we can get in over there. Big towers will be there. Gopurams we call it. So area wise. So why it is so large? And also earlier, before I go into the temple itself, earlier the kings were attached to the temples. The temples were attached to the palace. See, both together. In fact, so many of our great kings have built these beautiful temples. Why? To keep up the culture, our tradition, our culture. Where will we get it? We will get it only in the temple. So, temples were centers of education. Gurukula system was there. Either they run it in the temple or outside the temple. But education center, art center, music, dance, drama, name it. And when outside travelers come to the city, there were no places to stay. There were no hotels like that, where we can stay 1 or 2 days, where we can have our food. Even I remember when we were all small, when we used to go to Tirupati, we have to take everything and they'll give us place to stay and place to cook. We had to cook our own food. Not even one single hotel was there, I remember, in Tirupati, on top, Tirumala Hills. Now, of course, it is all there. So, when travelers come, where will they stay? They can just come into the, it was not just a temple complex, it was called. Huge complex. So, they can just come inside and take rest over there. Huge trees were there. They are called as Sthalavriksha's. Every temple had its own unique tree. Huge, large trees. Any tree will not be planted. People tree, Ashwatha Vriksha, especially that. Why? Large it is. And when we go under the Ashwatha Vriksha, it's so cool. It will be like air condition. Lot of oxygen it gives. And if you just go and sit or stand under the Ashwatha Vriksha, the people tree, we feel so rejuvenated, as though we are getting charged. It looks like that. Go and stand under a Ashwatha Vriksha in a temple, and then you will realize. So trees were there, shade was there, people could just rest over there. And what about the food? Temple prasad is there. They never used to say, how much will you pay? No. Naivedya is there for the Lord, morning and afternoon and in the evening, late in the evening. that food will be served to everybody who comes to the temple. Any traveler from anywhere, any stranger, they can just go and have the food over. See, accommodation, boarding, lodging, everything taken care of. That was how our temples were. So, and also the kings, when they were ruling, so much of wealth they gave to the temples. Even today, after all the invasions and the invaders took away so much of the wealth of so many of our temples, still you see, when the Utsava Murti comes, or when we go to the temple, how beautifully God is decked up with all the jewelry, right? Beautiful. So much of riches are there in all the temples. Who gave it all? Our kings. Why did they keep it over there? Temple is the safest place where we can keep the wealth of our kingdom. They were all ruling over kingdoms, no? So much of wealth will be there. Where to keep a treasury? Now we have Vidhana Saudha, there is a treasury where the wealth of the state will be kept. The money will be kept. Those days, where will the kings keep? They had in their palace also. But so much of money is there. So much of gold is there. Diamonds is there. Precious stones is there. They would keep it in the temple. Temple will be like a treasury. Nobody will go and steal over there. Palace can be looted, right? Temples were never looted. They were never looted earlier. And even supposing the neighboring king comes and conquers this kingdom, still they will never ever attack a temple. Because there were no other religions those days, right? So if this king conquers that king, he will conquer the kingdom and he will rule over the kingdom. He may put the king also into the jail. But temple will not be touched. Temple will not be touched. Temple wealth will not be touched. So therefore, in times of need, difficulty, when there is no food for everybody, rains did not come, famine is there, where we need food, we have to purchase food maybe from somewhere else, from some other kingdom, temple wealth also can be used. First the king will use his wealth, but that also is not enough. He can use. See, the temple will immediately release the wealth. That is how our temples were earlier days. So this is general about a temple. Even now, there is a temple, I just remembered, there is a temple in Kerala. At night when they close the temple, the Purohit will come out with a lamp in his hand because it's dark, and he will walk on both sides of the main Gopuram, main door, and he'll say, anybody is hungry? Anybody wants food? He will just say loudly. On the road he will say, anybody wants food? Anybody is going hungry? Please come. We are closing the temple. Even today there is a temple in Kerala. You see, means whoever is there in the city, whoever is there in the town, nobody should go hungry. Isn't it so nice? See how the temples used to take care of all of us? Earlier days, even now, the temples are taking care of us. Food, free food. So many of our temples, they will never ask us, from where did you come? Who are you? Which caste are you? Are you rich? Are you poor? Only poor people must eat. Others, rich people, go to the hotel. No. All people will be given food. And the same type of food. And no, you sit over here. You can't sit over here. Nothing like that. Everybody will sit common and will eat. So many temples, even to this day, 2 meals they can get in the temple. So that also is taken care of. So this is about the temples. And also after that, now we will come to the temple itself. So temple. Now temple is called as Devalaya. You heard of that word, right? Devalaya. It's also called as Tirtha Kshetra. It is called as Yatra Sthala. It is called as Prasada. I'm just giving you Sanskrit names. Alaya means home. We are all in a home now. House we all have. So our house is our house. Parents' house. But where does God stay? That place is called as Devalaya. Because there is a philosophical interpretation also. I'm not going into that. So Devalaya means that place where God stays. Lord dwells over there. Devalaya it is. Prasada. The moment we go to temple, what will we get after the puja? Prasad. You say no, prasada will be there, no mommy? Will they give puliyogare today? Then I'll come. If it is pongal, I don't want to come. See, prasada we will get, no? So that is prasada which we can eat. But what is the greatest prasada that we want from the temple? God's grace and blessings. All of us need, no? To do well in the exam and to pass with good results, we need God's grace and blessings, right? How much ever we study, how much ever we have studied and we are so confident. I have already told you, whom should we call in the examination time? Hanumanji. I have already told you what to do. Make him stand or sit on the left side, your left side, and ask him to hold your hand and you hold the pen and write. But he will come only when we have studied. Right? So, God's grace and blessings we all need. That is called as prasada. Not only what we eat. There where a place where we get prasad, God's grace and blessing is called as prasada. I've lengthened it, no? Prasada. So, why is a temple called as prasada? That's the place where we get Lord's grace and blessings. Tirtha Kshetra. Tirtha means higher. It's a higher place. So, Tirtha Kshetra means a place. Tirtha Kshetra means there where we go, we will get lot of positive energy. Right? So, when we come back from a temple, we just don't come back with nothing. I went to the temple, I went to Tirupati and came back. I do not know, nothing happened to me. No, something would have happened. Earlier days, when we used to go to Rameshwaram or Tirupati, we'll tell the whole neighborhood. At least our neighbors will know we are going. So they'll say, when you are coming back, can you tell us when you are coming back? So and so day, so and so time, approximately this time. So when we land, all of them will be there on the road. Why? To have darshan of us. To see us. Why? We saw God, no? So little bit. So we have got lot of punya. Because we had darshan of God. When they see us, they will also get little punya. Therefore, they'll all be lined up over there to see us. And then, if there are very elders, very elderly people, they will even come and do namaskar to them. You have gone to Rameshwaram or Tirupati and had God's darshan and come. I want to touch your feet. I want to do namaskar to you. So that little bit of punya, good will happen to us. It was like that. So these are some of the names of the temples. Then now structure. Have you all seen a temple? I'll show you the picture of a temple. I'm sure you would have seen. Can you all see? This is Madurai Meenakshi temple. Aerial view. Can you see the 4 gopurams? It's a huge area. We feel tired actually walking over there. So 4 gopurams are there. Okay, now, so we'll come to the temple as such. The moment there is a big huge wall surrounding the temple, there is always a procession deity, Utsava Murti we call God, they take procession, right? Pradakshina. So when we go around the temple, outside the Mahadwara or the main tower, it is called as Nagara Pradakshina. Nagara means city. So before entering into the temple, huge walls are there, 4 gopurams are there, north, south, east, west. Before entering the temple, if we go around, in the city we are going around, right? On the road. It is called Nagara Pradakshina. They do kirtan in Margali time, in the December time. They do Nagara Pradakshina. We can all sing bhajans, kirtans and go around. Even today they do it. Nagara Pradakshina it is called. I am doing Pradakshina of the temple. Full temple Pradakshina. We can do, even now we can do it. Tirupati and all we can go. Nagara Pradakshina. After that we will enter the temple. How do we enter the temple? Main Gopura is there. Have you seen? Big, tall. Why is it so tall? So high, height wise? So that anybody from anywhere can see it. Oh, temple is there. I am coming close to the temple. I can see it. Why? I can see the Gopura over there. So I am very close to the temple. It's a landmark. Always temples are landmarks. I told you it is a center. And also it's got 3 tier, 5 tiers, means steps, gradations are there. And on top, have you seen on top of a gopuram, there will be shining kalashas, golden in color. Some of them will have copper kalasha. So why is it? Because metal are very good conductors. I think you all know that. So what will happen? And it is so high. What will it do? All the good energy that is there in the atmosphere, in the cosmos, it will all attract. Pointed there. Kalasha will be like this. So it will act like an antenna. So it will take in, it will store it, and when it wants to give out also, it can good. It absorbs good, the positive energy, and it also radiates. These are the words we use. It will give out good energy also. The main Gopura, big, very tall, Meenakshi temple, Srirangam temple, they were very high. And also they can store, they used to in olden times store grains over there, rice, wheat, whatever it is, grain, dal, they have to be stored because most of the temples were near rivers. So when the monsoon comes, the river is in flood, the waters can enter into the city, water can enter into the houses where the grains are being stored, right? So if the water rushes in, all the food material will get soaked in water, right? And we can't use it afterwards. They used to store it over there. Look at how thoughtful our people were. It's so high, water can't go up till there. So grains can be stored. In the Gopuram, they used to store. When people want, in times of need, they will take it out from there and distribute it to the people. It will all get distributed to the people. So that's how a Gopura was. And even now, just try it out. I'm not talking about the very big temple. Even the Krishna temple in Malleshwaram, 11th cross, there is a Krishna temple, Venugopala Swami temple. Once we had all gone, right? Before the lockdown we went. They have built it just like on the model of the old temples. If you just go inside and stand under that Gopuram, you can go, no? The Gopuram is on top. When you enter that Gopuram passage, just stand over there. You will feel as though you are getting charged. You will feel very fresh. You will feel very energetic. You will feel very, very lively. You will feel so nice. Just go stand there for 5 seconds. We just go through the Gopuram. We just go in. We must stand there and see. And we stand there and see what happens. So beautiful. How they built it. Why when I stand under the Gopuram, I feel so nice. We can't explain it at all. That's how it has been built. See how beautifully the architect structure is. How the Gopuram is built. Even before we enter the temple, it's so much of energy you will get. So then we enter into the temple complex. We've entered. Once we enter into it, then huge courtyard is there. So Gopuram, I've already talked about it. Huge space where we can walk around. Where we can all walk around. Some of the temple, below the ground, there are metal strips. Why? Metal, magnet. What will a magnet do to metal? It will magnetize it. So when we are walking, that's why in a temple we don't wear footwear. If we wear footwear, it is an insulator. You can't get the energy from ground also. So when we leave our footwear and walk barefooted, our foot like that, pressure points are there. So all of them will get activated, very good for us. And energy will get into our system even from down. So from where all we are getting energy, see? From top we are getting, from down we are getting. And also don't we do a Pradakshina over there in a temple? When we do a Pradakshina, it is called in clockwise direction we must go. Never go anti-clockwise. So clockwise direction when we go, we always keep God to our right side. That is why it's called Pradakshina. I am keeping God to the right side and going around. When we keep God to our right and go around, our heart is over here on the right side, not the pumping heart. That pumping heart, which we study in the biology class, that is on the left side. But on the right side is our heart, where love is there, kindness is there, goodness is there. God stays in that heart. That heart I am talking about. On which side is it? Left side or right side? Right side. So that side must get charged now, no? So we keep it closer to God. That is why we keep God to our right side and go around. So when we have already now entered the Mahadwar, the main Gopuram, we have entered in. Next, what we will see is, we will see a Dhwajasthamba. Have you seen it all? This is called as Dhwajasthamba. Have you seen this in a temple? Many of you must have seen this Dhwajasthamba, right? You would have seen it, right? We won't know why it is there. Dhwajasthamba it is called. Again, it's a pillar. It's made up of metal. There are stone ones also, but normally when they construct it out of stone, make it out of stone, they cover it up with metal. Why? Metal is good conductor again. And on top, what do you see? You see a flag. It's called as a flag post. It always points towards God, towards the God, main deity. Inside, no, it is there. So it will always point like that. There will be little bells hanging over there, gante, small little bells. So Dhwajasthamba is very important. Again, that also picks up all the beautiful positive energy and vibration which is there available. And it will absorb, it won't keep it to itself, it will share it with all of us. It will send it to all of us. Only we should pick it up and come. How can I pick it up and come? Supposing our house is there now, right? Now sun is there outside, very bright, summer. If we close all the curtains, will the sun rays enter in? No. So what should I do to make the sun rays enter inside? I have to open the curtain, right? I have to open the curtain. If I want wind to come in, if I close all the windows, it won't come. So if I want the air to come in, breeze to come in, what should I do? Open the window. Similarly, our mind also is all closed up now. So what should we do? We should open our mind. When we open our mind, everything will enter inside. Good energy will enter, everything nice will enter into us, and we will come back very positive. We would have gained something. So the Dhwajasthamba also is very important, because it also takes in energy and it releases also. Big temples, when we go around, there will be kuti little temples. Have you seen? Small little Ganesha will be there, then a little more you go, Hanumanji will be there on this side, Navagraha temple will be there, Devi will be there, Subramanya will be there, so many other, even in our Radha Krishna temple, so many gods are there, no? Have you seen? And each god is facing in different direction. So when we go there and do namaskar, when we bow down and do our namaskar, when we are doing namaskar to this god, our leg may be facing the other god. Is that right or not right? No. Therefore, in a temple, we should never go and do namaskar very close to the deity, very close to the sanctum. We should not. Why? Other gods are there outside. So then where should I do? We should do it near the Dhwajasthamba. Dhwajasthamba is there, we can do a Pradakshina there also. We keep the Dhwajasthamba, from there we start, go around, there will be place to walk around, and then when we come back over here, all the gods, other gods, they will all be in this area covered by Dhwajasthamba. It will never be outside the Dhwajasthamba. No god will be there outside the Dhwajasthamba, I mean that area. They will all be inside. When I keep the Dhwajasthamba as reference, as my point of reference, and then go around, I would have covered a big area where all the gods are there. So I have done Pradakshina to all the gods. Then we come back to the Dhwajasthamba and do our namaskar over there. Remember this, whenever you go to a temple, where should we do the namaskar? Near the Dhwajasthamba. Now which side should I face? North or east. Our head should face north, or our head should face east. It depends on the temple. And then do our namaskar. Do the namaskar near the Dhwajasthamba. It will get distributed to all. Our namaskar will get distributed to all the gods that are there inside. How nice, no? See, that's the important. So there also we can do one Pradakshina. I have already told you the importance of doing Pradakshina. We are in the temple for longer time, and we are drawing energy from up, and we are drawing energy from the ground also, right? So Dhwajasthamba over, then comes next. What comes over there? Mantapam will be there. If you go to the temple, last time when we went to Krishna temple, There was a Mantapa where Kalyanotsava was taking place. Those of you who came, there all the Utsavas, festivals will take place. Utsavas will take place like Kalyanotsava, Unjal Utsava. So many Utsavas are there. And also music, concerts, dance programs, dramas, whatever is there. Any function connected to the temple, it will take place in the Maha Mantapam. So we sit in front near the Maha Mantapam or inside the Mantapam. It depends on the size of the Mantapam, and we see. So that is called as Maha Mantapam. After that comes where God is. We call it as Garbha Griha. What do we call it as? Inside. It is called in English, we call it as sanctum. There Lord will be there. See, we have to cross all these things and go. And Garbha Griha, such a big temple. But Garbha Griha sanctum will be so small. Very small it will be. Size I am saying. Why? Because Lord is there. He's got lot of energy. Good vibrations. It all should get contained over there. It should not just go away like that. It should not get wasted. That's what I mean. So therefore, always they make the Garbha Griha small. And always the door will be closed when we are all not visiting the temple. When we are not having darshan. Afternoon they will close. Night they will close. And when it is closed, energy it is drawing. And so God is there. On top of God, have you seen one more little Gopuram will be there? On God, that is called as Vimana. What is it called as? Or it is called as Shikara. It is called as Shikara. That also will draw. This is Tirupati. It's called as Vimana. Directly under this God will be there. Lord Venkateshwara is there. Directly under this. Even to see the Vimana is a blessing for us. They say, Shikaram Drishtva Punarjanma na Vidyate. We cannot, some reason we went to Tirupati or we went to Rameshwaram, big crowd was there. We stood in the queue, but somehow we could not have darshan because again we have to come back. We have to catch the bus or we have to catch the train, whatever it is. We could not have, feeling very sad. Look at the Vimana. Have darshan of this Vimana. All Vimanas will have a beautiful name. Anybody knows what is the name of this Tirupati Vimana? Ananda Vimana it is called. What is it called? Ananda means what? Happiness or sadness? Happiness. Not little happiness, lot of happiness it will give. Ananda Vimana. So that is why those of you who have gone to Tirupati and come, after we have Bhagavan's darshan and when we come back, in some temples we can do one inner Pradakshina also. Not only Pradakshina near the Dhwajasthamba, inside also we can do, very close to God. When we go over there, fully we will be doing one Pradakshina to God and to the Shikara, to Ananda Vimana. There also, have you seen in Tirupati, in the Ananda Vimana there is a small little Venkateshwara there. They say, have darshan of that. Lot of good will happen to us. So we never come back without seeing or having darshan of Venkateshwara on the Vimana. On the Vimana. Small little idol like will be there, etched out. It's all covered in gold. It is. Srirangam Vimana is there, beautiful. It is called as Pranavakara Vimana. Pranava means Om. Om Vimana it is, under which God is there. Ananda Vimana it is, under which God is there. Look at the names. Each Vimana will have a different name. So God is there. Even the Vimana draws very good vibrations and energy from the atmosphere and it will release it to all of us. Now when we have gone inside to pray to God, inside all our famous pilgrim centers, again what the temple is made up of, area, what all is there, where all it is there, length, breadth, height, what all pillars are there, what is carved on the pillars, what material is used, all, nothing is, simply they have taken. All of them will add to our energy. So only such things are used. There is nothing which is against energy, nothing negative. Everything, how the temple is built. There is a science of temple building. What is there? There is a science of, I never knew science was there for temple building also. No, there is a science. Everything is calculated. And only then they build it. Therefore, it becomes a very, 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 very powerful center. Our temples become very powerful. So when we go in there, and when we want to say, and God is there, no, installed, we call it Pratishta. When the Pratishta of the Murti of God takes place, lot of mantras are chanted, lot of pujas are done, lot of homas are done. So God's idol there is, and how the idol is made also, there is a science behind it. Simply somebody doesn't go and make an idol, carve the idol. What material is used for the idol? How it is carved? Whether God is sitting or whether God is standing, how every measurement, how the eyes should be, how the lips should be, how the hand should be, everything is very, 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 very scientific. And that idol, when they do Pratishta, install it, they charge it over there. Just below the idol, there will be gold, there will be silver, there will be precious stones also, all put over there, all for attracting good energy. And God's idol also will get charged because of all the mantras and all of them. So when we chant mantras, when we go to the temple, we should not be going around saying, "Hi, how are you? A nice dress you are wearing." Okay, it's nice to say that. Where did you get it from? Tomorrow I am also going to go. And when we go into the temple, we must pray to God. We must say some stotra. So when we say a stotra or when we say a prayer, it will connect us with the energy that is there in God. Now that idol over there, it is charged. Actually, that is the charging point. So we want no energy from there. How to do that? I told you, mind must be open, mind must be available. How to make the mind available? Say a prayer, say a stotra. If we say a stotra, automatically our mind is available for all the energy to come in. So God is there, and then very beautiful to look at. In all the pilgrim centers, have you seen any electric lights inside? No electric lights inside. It's only we have to see God in the ghee lamps over there. Big lamps will be there. And then lot of ghee will be put. The wick will be, that cotton, it will be so thick. So in that light, in the light of the lamp that is burning, that is lighted over there, in that light only we have to see God. Why not artificial? Why not electricity, tube light and our bulbs and all? No. Even the lamp over there, you see the lamp over there in the puja room, that golden flame over there, very, very soothing it is for the eye. It is called as visual therapy. Therapy means medicine. We want medicine for our eye, no? Nothing is wrong with the eye, but I want my eyes to be focusing, concentration. That little golden flame over there, which is there in a lamp, big lamp or a small lamp, does lot of good to our eyes. Therefore, lamps are there inside. In that light only we will see God over there. How important it is. When they built the temple, they took care of all these things. So when we go there, eyes also must see something very good, and it should be good for the eyes. Should it be bad for the eyes? Negative effect? No. Even there are some meditations where people concentrate on the flame of a lamp. They just keep concentrating. Oh, I thought it will strain. It won't strain. Anything else, its strain will happen. See, good for the eyes. What about good for the ears? We are really hearing all the mantras, right? Purohit is chanting saying a prayer. We are also saying a prayer. Softly also we will hear it, right? We will hear the Ghantanada, bell ringing. All those things we will hear. We will hear the tinkling bells on the Dhwajasthamba. All good sound we will hear. So ear also taken care of. What about the nose? The ghee lamp. Fragrance of the ghee, fragrance of the tulsi, fragrance of the vibhuti, fragrance of the chandan, sandalwood, all that will reach the nose. When we are having tirtham, it's nice, fragrance will go to the nose, no? After prasadam, that fragrance also will go to the nose, no? Nothing they'll add in the prasadam, simple, no onion, no this, no that. But in my mummy, puliyogara in the temple is so nice. You don't make like that, no? God's rice in the temple is so nice. You don't make like that, no? They don't put whatever we all put, but it's so nice. Hanumanji, Uddin Vada, they will not put onion and this and that and all what we put in the maybe in our kitchen, but still so tasty. Why? It has been offered to God. So that fragrance of even the prasadam, so nose also taken care of. And what about the mouth? The tirtham, the prasadam, and whatever we chanted some prayers, no? Good for the mouth, good for the tongue, good for the tongue, no? So I told, when Hanumanji was crossing the ocean, when he was searching for Sita, when he was crossing the ocean, he had Rama's ring with him, right? Rama had given him. When you meet Sita, give it to her. Ram was written on the ring, we are told. So when he was crossing the ocean, he has to swim in the air. All those of you who know swimming, you need both your hands, right? And you need both your legs, right? So he has to have now free both the hands and free his legs also to swim in the air. Where will he keep the ring? Supposing he keeps in the folds of his clothes. When he's crossing the ocean, it can drop down, no? When it drops down in the ocean, can he pick it up again? So he thought what to do. He kept it in his mouth. Rama's ring kept in the mouth. Then he gave it to Sita. Everybody said, you. After he came back and told the story, they said, why did you keep the ring in your mouth and then you gave it to Sita? You've done something very wrong, Hanumanji. Very wrong it is. Do we keep anything in our mouth and give it to anybody else? No. Even we don't even wash it and give it to anybody. But he kept it in his mouth. Then he said, see, tongue also needs one beautiful ornament. We all have, in the ears we have worn nice earrings, in our neck nice chain is there, bangles are there, rings are there, so many nice things we put to look nice. Tongue also should be nice, right? It should say all good things only. That is why we always say Hari Om, Hari Om. We don't say hi, bye, hi, bye. Say it, no, nothing wrong, but in our Balavihar that's how we train. When we say hi, bye, nothing good happens to us. But when we say Hari Om, Krishna Krishna, Shiva Shiva, good will happen to us. See, that name, the vibrations of that name first will go to our ear, then only it will go to our friend. Good will happen or not? So when Hanumanji kept the ring inside, he said, Ramanama it is, because Rama was written. So I am keeping Rama's name on my tongue. So therapy over for the mouth also. Prasadam, Tirtha, then we have chanted all the prayers. So good, we have taken care of our tongue and mouth also. And what about our hands? Sparsh, we call it as touch. We are touching the Prasadam. We are touching the Tirtham. Then they will give the flower or the tulsi as prasadam, we are touching it, right? And also when we take the arati, warmth will be there. When we go inside, it will be very, very warm. No fan and all inside over there. No air condition and all. When we go inside the sanctum where God is very near, very warm we will feel. Very comfortable we will feel. As though somebody is covering us up. The touch feeling, the feeling of warmth will be there. That feeling of comfort, somebody is, protecting me from all sides, that is there. See, all those things we will feel when we go right inside. See the significance and the importance of going to a temple. Is it important or is it not important?
It's important.
Very important. So next time onwards, when mummy says, yesterday was Akshaya Tritiya, many of them would have visited temple. Many of them would have visited a jeweler shop also, that is different, but temple. And how many of us would have said, no mommy, you go and come. What will I do with you? I only simply must come with you, no? You will say waste of time. Now, are you wasting your time when you go to the temple? Are you wasting time? No. What is happening to us? We are getting charged up, right? Put the plug in the socket and charge the mobile. Like that, when we go to a temple, which is the charging center for all of us, energy charging center, we will all come back supercharged. All of you want to become super something, Superman, super this, super that. This is really called as super. We have to become so good, excel in whatever we are doing, right? As children, we should be good. Values must be there. We are going to take that up also, right? In school, at home, in studies, in our sports, in our competition, whatever is there, do we want to shine or we don't want to shine? We want to shine, we want to be successful, we want to achieve, right? So we need a lot of energy, good energy. Where will we get it from? From temples. God. Where is He? He is everywhere, but there are charging centers. Temples are very important to go to temples. We do not know what good it will do to us because we don't know sometimes, but it will do good to us. Lot of good it will do to us when we go and visit a temple and come back. Just go and come back. Sit down there for 5 minutes also. Come back. Lot of good will happen. So this is in brief about the importance and significance of temples.